go straight into Dave Eustace from Eustace and Training Partnership. And we'll have a break after this, 5-minute break, and then we'll have Shane and Guesty on. Thanks, Dave. You're a bit of a old hat at this now. You've done it a few times. How's the stable going so far for the spring?
Not too bad. I'd say we've probably hit the board a few times, hit the crossbar, had a lot of seconds and thirds, and still looking for that nice winner. So horses are riding very well, but just missing at the moment.
Yeah, well, you've got a lot more runners out there nowadays, and seem to be making a mark there. But we'll go through our horses and maybe get a few of your horses that you might want us to follow. So we'll start with Soulstar. Well, Soulstar's our 4-year-old mare that's she's related to Sunlight, this mare that we bought, and since Sunlight's come through in Group 1, she's become a bit of a valuable brood mare. She's spelling up in Queensland at the moment, and she runs most of her races best fresh. So have you had any update on her since she's been up there at Aquas?
Yeah, I spoke to Catherine this week. She's going to come back into work actually next week, so she's been a lot of fun, and she, as you say, we sort of don't really know how to train her now. She goes very well fresh and handles any ground and goes on fast ground, so we'll keep her for the summer months, get her ready for them. 1,000, 11, 1,200. She's very versatile, very tough, very consistent.
So she'll come back to Melbourne, I assume, for the next prep. Do you find that it's better for the fillies to be trained out of Ballarat these days, or Caulfield, or is it just dependent on the fillies?
Yeah, it does depend. I would say, just as a general rule, probably the fillies thrive there. They can live out in an open yard. They're on the move. Ventilation's very good. They eat very well, and that's probably a big thing with the fillies is trying to keep weight on and making sure that they do while in work. But not all of the things. It is horses with horses, but a lot of the nice fillies do live there, and they really thrive. So. She's spent a bit of time in Sydney and prepped up there, mainly because the weather was better at that time of year, and it definitely was apparent when she came down that she looked in great condition coming from Sydney in that sort of tricky period here, April, May, when it's starting to get a bit cold. She'll actually pre-train probably at Aquas, just because again the weather's very good and there's no need to travel at 10 hours if we don't have to. So. But eventually I'm sure she'll end up back in Ballarat, which would be a good environment for her.
So when you pre-train them at other properties, how long do they stay out there in that pre-training mode? Is it sort of 4 or 5 weeks? Or does it depend on the horse again?
Yeah, an older horse and a filly who doesn't need overworking, 3 or 4 weeks will probably suit her. We've got a good relationship with Aquas now. Got a lot of horses with them and pre-trained a lot of horses at their facility. The stable in Sydney uses it, so we know what sort of condition they come in to the stable from them light. So she'll have 4 weeks there, and she's a relatively straightforward sort of filly to train. We don't sort of have to do anything too special, just not overtrain her really, don't gallop her too hard and keep her fresh, and she does her job.
The next horse is Desert Dreamer, another sort of favourite of mine. He showed a glimpse of some exciting talent in his first prep with a win down at Echuca, which was pretty special. I was on a plane to, where were we going? To London. Yeah, everyone was texting me telling me, wow, and everything. I'm thinking, what's happened? I didn't know what had happened. So I was dying to get off that plane just to watch a replay. But where's he at the moment, Desert Dreamer?
Yeah, so he's back in pre-training. He did a really good job, really just on raw ability last prep, didn't he? He's a big tall horse, and he's really built his frame while being out, and I really like him. He's got some scope. He's actually very like his sire in looks, and hopefully he's talented, but he has got his sort of quirks too. Dreamhead was a pretty quirky customer. He wasn't an easy horse to train. He was in Newmarket when I was at home, and he took a lot of time and effort to get his mind right. And he hasn't had his quirks. He's obviously now a gelding, and that sort of straightened him out. and I think he's going to be a really effective horse in summer. He'll handle fast ground for sure. You know, one is made very impressively, and you know, probably just ready for the paddock when he ran his third race of the prep and did well to have sort of 3 runs of the prep. So he's come back much stronger, and looking forward to getting going in the summer.
So with his win at Echuca, I think it was 1400, and he sort of looked like he was going to get a bit further. Have you got a feel for what his right distance is going to be? Whether he's just a natural sprinter or he can get to a mile?
I think he can get a mile, yeah. He's not slow, and he's always shown that, you know, he's quite a strong travelling horse. We work quite hard on just getting him to come back and relax, and sort of one of those quirks that I mentioned before is that, you know, I think he will stay, but he won't if they overdo it early in their, early on in their races and their training. So he switched off nicely towards the end of the prep. I think when he probably comes back into the stable, he's a bit fresh and needs some graft put into him. He might be similar, but I think once he drops his head and really knows how to race, he'll come up short.
Okay, so the 2-year-olds, we've got the Dukefield without exception, 2-year-old colt that's in Caulfield at the moment. Big, strong colt. The reports are from the stable pretty positive. He seems to be thriving in training. So where's he at? Is he about to jump out?
Yeah, he's doing really well in work. He'll have a jump out over 6:50 on Tuesday. Gut feel is that'll probably top him off just for the prep. He's, you know, again, he's quite a strong travelling horse. He's just probably on the border of I think you could do too much with him. Mentally, he does jump into the bridle and is very keen to sort of get on with things. He doesn't sort of necessarily overdo it too much, but I just think he's at a stage with prep now where he could push on, but I think it would possibly just keep him over the edge mentally, which is, you know, no surprise. A lot of his 2-year-olds are the same, but he's done well to get as far as he has. He's definitely got a turn of foot, and I think Deepfield probably along with Ruben, the young sides that are, you know, got good stats and showing a bit on track. So he's not a small horse either. He's not a squid. You know, he's got a tool. He's got a bit of length and a bit of substance to him. So whatever he's doing now, and maybe in 6 months' time, I think he'll build on when he's 3 too.
Yeah, again, as you said, not much for 2-year-old racing right now in the spring anyway. There's only sort of English race at Moonee Valley and a fillies race on Cup Day, so it's good to give him a break now and get him back for a summer prep. The other 2-year-old we've got who's just come back into work again is the Brazen Bow Excellent Pins 2-year-old filly. She is a pretty strong athletic filly, this filly. So has she grown even more over the break? I haven't seen her since she's been back.
Yeah, I haven't seen her for a while, and honestly nearly wouldn't have recognised her. Really good grow, because she was she was a good size for a horse that looked like it was going to be really early, but actually she's gone up and out and stretched and developed into a really, really nice filly. So we've had her for 6 days back in the stable and at Caulfield. A lot of the young horses are there, and she seems to handle that well. So she certainly looks like she'll get a little jump out this preparation, and you know, I don't think she's not a late developer, but she's one of those. She's in the middle. She could thrive on her work and get to the races or not. But if she doesn't, you know, there's no problem. She can have another break. But really, really pleased with how she's done. She's turned into play it out.
So there's still shares available in those 2-year-olds, the Deepfield Colt and the Brazen Bow Excellent Pins filly. So if anyone's interested, I actually don't have the Brazen Bow stuff here today, but if you're interested, I can send you the information. The Deepfield stuff's here. Okay, so that's enough of our horses, but just with the stable, I've got a personal share in a horse called Wall of Fire, who ran in the Melbourne Cup 2 years ago. He's had a few trials now, so where's he at? And is he going to make a Melbourne Cup field this year, David?
A bit of pressure there, isn't it? He has come up very well. He's a lazy bugger. He doesn't show a whole lot at home. You know, he's been around the track and he's an older horse, so they don't tend to show how they're going, I suppose, as much. But he trialled sort of surprisingly well on Monday. That a few of the owners rang and thought question whether it was the right horse. He doesn't trial well at all, but he trialled well. I suppose he's a horse that has had his aches and pains and sort of touch wood is pain-free first time in quite a long time, because he had chips removed and had a suspensory. So he's been a long, slow project. He needs to win a good race to get into the cup. He's going to gallop at the Valley in the morning and probably run kick-off in the JRA. It's over 2,000 on Saturday, so he is going well. He's got to win a nice race. If he does, then we can look towards it. But he'll have to improve a little bit. But he is going nicely.
Trick to that trial is that you and Kieran went there, and George and I were. So we took over. We said, make sure he trials well, and he's come back. What about any sort of horses from the stable that you can give a lead into for the crowd here?
Southern France.
Yeah, you're on the job there, aren't you? Yeah, look, we purchased a really nice, good horse called Southern France from Ireland. It was third in the Irish St Ledgers, Group 1 that was run on last Sunday. Probably the perfect result to lead into the cup. If he'd won the race, he'd have got a big penalty and probably gone close to top weight in it. So he'll go straight to the cup. He won't have a lead-up run. Goes in quarantine next week, and looks like a horse who's better on top of the ground, likes fast ground, which will be a big plus at Flemington. A lot of those international horses encounter quick ground here, which is very different to quick ground at home. So all reports are from the lads in Ireland that he likes fast ground, and he's straight into the race. So excited by him and sort of the team that are at home. Nevers. Looking towards the Caulfield Cup. She's running the Youngwood on Sunday. Ran well first up, a little bit flat second up, but once we get her out and trip, she'll improve. We think sort of Group 1 handicap conditions will be hopefully a race for her. And Loving Gabby, who has been sort of a bit slow to come to hand. We sort of wanted to get her towards the Guineas and had a bit of a setback, but we're hoping that the mile right at the end of the carnival is sort of a target 3-year-old filly down the weight in that race. It can be very effective.
Thanks, David. Thank you very much. Go straight into Dave Eustace from Eustace and Training Partnership. And we'll have a break after this, 5-minute break, and then we'll have Shane and Guesty on. Thanks, Dave. You're a bit of a old hat at this now. You've done it a few times. How's the stable going so far for the spring?
Not too bad. I'd say we've probably hit the board a few times, hit the crossbar, had a lot of seconds and thirds, and still looking for that nice winner. So horses are riding very well, but just missing at the moment.
Yeah, well, you've got a lot more runners out there nowadays, and seem to be making a mark there. But we'll go through our horses and maybe get a few of your horses you might want us to follow. So we'll start with Soulstar. Well, Soulstar's our 4-year-old mare that's she's related to Sunlight, this mare that we bought, and since Sunlight's come through in Group 1, she's become a bit of a valuable group mare. She's spelling up in Queensland at the moment. She runs most of her races best fresh. So have you had any update on her since she's been up there at Aquas?
Yeah, I spoke to Catherine this week. She's going to come back into work actually next week. So she's been a lot of fun, and she, as you say, we sort of don't really know how to train her now. She goes very well fresh and handles any ground and goes on fast ground. So we'll keep her for the summer months, get her ready for them. 1,000, 11, 1,200. She's very versatile, very tough, very consistent.
So she'll come back to Melbourne, I assume, for her next prep. Do you find that it's better for the fillies to be trained out of Ballarat these days, or Caulfield, or is it just dependent on the fillies?
Yeah, it does depend. I would say, just as a general rule, probably the fillies thrive there. They can live out in an open yard. They're on the move. Ventilation's very good. They eat very well, and that's probably a big thing with the fillies is trying to keep weight on and making sure that they do well in work. But not all of the things. It is horses with horses, but a lot of the nice fillies do live there, and they really thrive. So She spent a bit of time in Sydney and was prepped up there, mainly because the weather was better at that time of year, and it definitely was apparent when she came down that, you know, she looked in great condition coming from Sydney in that sort of tricky period here, April, May, when it's starting to get a bit cold. She'll actually pre-train probably at Aquas, just because, again, the weather's very good and there's no need to travel at 10 hours if we don't have to. So, but eventually I'm sure she'll end up back in Ballarat, which you know, would be a good environment for her.
So when you pre-train them at other properties, what sort of, how long do they stay out there in that pre-training mode? Is it sort of 4 or 5 weeks? Is there, or does it depend on the horse again?
Yeah, an older horse and a filly who doesn't need overworking, you know, 3 or 4 weeks will probably suit her. We've got a good relationship with Aquas now. Got a lot of horses with them and pre-trained a lot of horses at their facility. The stable in Sydney uses it, so we know what sort of condition they come in to the stable from them light. So she'll have 4 weeks there, and she's a relatively straightforward sort of filly to train. We don't sort of have to do anything too special, just, you know, not overtrain her really, don't gallop her too hard and keep her fresh, and she does her job.
The next horse is Desert Dreamer, another sort of favourite of mine. He showed a glimpse of some exciting talent in his first prep with a win down at Echuca, which was pretty special. I was on a plane to, where we go? To London. Yeah, everyone was texting me, telling me, wow, and everything. I'm thinking, what's happened? I don't really know what happened. So I was dying to get off that plane just to watch a replay. But where's he at the moment, Desert Dreamer?
Yeah, so he's back in pre-training. He did a really good job, really just on raw ability last prep, didn't he? He's a good tall horse, and he's really built his frame while being out, and I really like him. He's got some scope. He's actually very like his sire in looks, and hopefully he's talented, but he has got his sort of quirks too. Dreamhead was a pretty quirky customer. He wasn't an easy horse to train. He was in Newmarket when I was at home, and he took a lot of time and effort to get his mind right. And he hasn't had his quirks. He's obviously now a gelding, and that sort of straightened him out. And I think he's going to be a really effective horse in summer. He'll handle fast ground for sure. You know, one is made very impressively, and was, you know, probably just ready for the paddock when he ran his 3rd race of the prep. He did well to have sort of 3 runs of the prep. So he's come back much stronger, and looking forward to, you know, getting going in the summer.
So with his win at Echuca, I think it was 1400, and he sort of looked like he was going to get a bit further. Have you got a feel for what his, you know, right distance is going to be? Whether he's just a natural sprinter or he can get to a mile?
I think he'll get a mile, yeah. He's not slow, and he's always shown it, you know. He's quite a strong travelling horse, so we work quite hard on just getting him to come back and relax, and sort of one of those quirks that I mentioned before is that, you know, I think he will stay, but he won't if they overdo it early in their, you know, early on in their races and their training. So he switched off nicely towards the end of the prep. I think when he probably comes back into the stable, he's a bit fresh and needs some graft put into him. He might be similar, but I think once he drops his head and really knows how to race, he'll come up short.
Okay, so the 2-year-old, we've got the Dukefield without exception 2-year-old colt that's in Caulfield at the moment. Big, strong colt. The reports are from the stable pretty positive. He seems to be thriving in training. So where's he at? Is he about to jump out?
Yeah, he's doing really well in work. He'll have a jump out over 6:50 on Tuesday. Gut feel is that'll probably top him off just for the prep. He's, you know, again, he's quite a strong travelling horse. He's just probably on the border of I think you could do too much with him. Mentally, he does jump into the bridle and is very keen to sort of get on with things. He doesn't sort of necessarily overdo it too much, but I just think he's at a stage with prep now where he could push on, but I think it would possibly just keep him over the edge mentally, which is, you know, no surprise. A lot of his 2-year-olds are the same, but he's done well to get as far as he has. He's definitely got a turn of foot, and I think Deepfield probably along with Grooming for the young sides got good stats and showing a bit on the track. So he's not a small horse either. He's not a squid. He's got a tool. He's got a bit of length and a bit of substance to him. So whatever he's doing now, and maybe in 6 months' time, I think he'll build on when he's 3 too.
Yeah, again, as you said, not much for 2-year-old racing right now in the spring anyway. There's only sort of English race in Mooney Valley and a fillies race on Cup Day, so it's good to give him a break now and get him back for a summer prep. The other 2-year-old we've got who's just come back into work again is the Brazen Bow Excellent Pins 2-year-old filly. She is a pretty strong athletic filly, this filly. So has she grown even more in the break? I haven't seen her since she's been back.
Yeah, I haven't seen her for a while, and honestly nearly wouldn't have recognised. She had a really good grow because she was a good size for a horse. It looked like it was going to be really early, but actually she's gone up and out and stretched and developed into a really, really nice filly. So we've had her for 6 days back in the stable and at Caulfield. A lot of the young horses are there, and she seems to handle that well. So she certainly looks like she'll get a little jump out this preparation, and I don't think she's not a late developer, but she's one of those. She's in the middle. She could thrive on her work and get to the races or not, but if she doesn't, there's no problem. She can have another break. But really, really pleased with how she's done. She's turned into play out.
So there's still shares available in those 2-year-olds, a Deepfield Colt and a Brazen Bow Excellent Pins filly. So if anyone's interested, I actually don't have the Brazen Bow stuff here today, but if you're interested I can send you the information. The Deepfield stuff's here. Okay, so that's enough of our horses, but just with the stable, I've got a personal share in a horse called Wall of Fire who ran in the Melbourne Cup 2 years ago. He's had a few trials now, so where's he at? And is he going to make the Melbourne Cup field this year, David?
Bit of pressure there, isn't it? He has come up very well. He's a lazy bugger. He doesn't show a whole lot at home. He's been around the track and he's an older horse, so they don't tend to show how they're going, I suppose, as much. But he trialled sort of surprisingly well on Monday. That a few of the owners rang and thought, question whether it was the right horse. He doesn't trial well at all, but he trialled well. I suppose he's a horse that has had his aches and pains and sort of touch wood is pain-free first time in quite a long time because he had chips removed and had a suspensory. So he's been a long, slow project. He needs to win a good race to get into the cup. He's going to gallop at the Valley in the morning and probably run kick-off in the JRA. It's over 2,000 on Saturday, so he is going well. He's got to win a nice race. If he does, then we can look towards it. But he'll have to improve a little bit. But he is going nicely.
Trick to that trial is that you and Kieran went there, and George and I were. So we took over. And he said, make sure he trials well, and he's come back. What about any sort of horses from the stable that you can give a lead into for the crowd here?
Southern Friends.
Yeah, you're on the job there, aren't you? Look, we purchased a really nice good horse called Southern France from Ireland. It was third in the Irish St Leger's, Group 1 that's run on last Sunday. Probably the perfect result to lead into a cup. If he'd won the race, he'd have got a big penalty and probably gone close to top weight in it. So he'll go straight to the cup. He won't have a lead-up run. Goes into quarantine next week and looks like a horse who's better on top of the ground, likes fast ground, which will be a big plus at Flemington. A lot of those international horses encounter quick ground here, which is very different to quick ground at home. So all reports are from the lads in Ireland that he likes fast ground and he's straight into the race. So excited by him and sort of the team that are at home. Contenders. Looking towards the Caulfield Cup, she'll run in the Youngwood on Sunday. Ran well first up, a little bit flat second up, but once we get her out and trip, she'll improve. We think sort of Group 1 handicap conditions will be hopefully a race for her. And Loving Gabby, who has been sort of a bit slow to come to hand. We sort of wanted to get her towards the Guineas and had a bit of a setback, but we're hoping that the mile right at the end of the carnival is sort of a target for hopefully down the weights in that race. It can be very effective.
Thanks, David. Thank you very much.